What's going on, guys? It is Saturday, May 25th, and I just wanted to give like a little recap about my trading week. So last week was a little rough for me. Monday and Tuesday were great. Wednesday was actually good as well. I had taken my level to level piece out early in the morning with no intention to get back in. But of course, Wednesday was NVIDIA earnings, and so my setup had appeared 3 times, the failed breakdown. The first 2 didn't work out. The failed breakdown at 53.23 and 53.11 did not work out, so I got out of those for a loss. I think at that point I was like down $2,000. The last one was during NVIDIA earnings. The failed breakdown of the Monday low at 53.0575, or essentially got as low as 53.06. But it was so volatile, and the only way I would have ended up green on that trade is if, number one, had not sizing up. That's the first thing that I should have not done, but I did size up, and that's why I incurred a major loss and blew the funded account, unfortunately. So number one, should have not sized up. Number two, should have potentially scaled in. Again, did I know that it was going to be so volatile? Possibly. Again, no one's ever sure. You never really know what the conditions are going to be like until you're actually trading it. But in that scenario, and it's a learning experience. All of this is a learning experience. It's not to say like I should have done this and I could have done that. It's all a learning experience because you're trading it essentially for the first time. Every single situation in the market is unique. So every single trade you put on, whether it's your setup that you see millions of times, it's a setup that's unique at that point in time, and you're trading it for the first time. So essentially every single trade you put on, you're putting on for the very first time. And so I put on that trade. I did not scale in. I went in with like 2 or 3 contracts and then kept sizing up. Of course, the volatility killed me, and I got auto liquidated. What I should have done is scale in 1 contract, at the test and reclaim of 53.06. So really potentially getting in at around like 53.08, 53.10 area, and then scaling in another one at a reclaim of the next level. And so again, like I said, it's a learning experience. But of course, my Thursday, because of the day before, was also not good because I was coming off of that loss. So I was like still sort of moping about it. So didn't have a great trading day on Thursday. I actually blew another funded account that was not established. Like I had no cushion on it. It was new. So I ended up blowing that one as well. And the irony of this all is on Friday, had a little bit better of the day. Was able to recoup a little bit after those 2 losing days, and was able to actually gain back an extra funded account. So now I'm back at 20 funded accounts. So I'm gonna chill out on that. I'm not gonna activate those just yet. I'm going to see how this week goes, and also waiting to get funds to actually activate those funded accounts. But when I do, I'm going to be very judicious in my trading. Really just looking for the failed breakdown, really just looking for base hits, really just looking for 2 contract position, if that. I'm going to try to potentially scale in again if things are volatile, and I'm going to go from there. So at this point, I'm just making this as sort of a journal to myself to just keep going. You're going to have losing days. You're going to have days where, like, unfortunately, you have bigger losses than you want. But the key is to limit those losses. Don't blow accounts. Limit your losses. Get out at the first sign of trouble in a trade. Live to fight another day. And I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. You need to think about trading for tomorrow. You need to have the capital, the mental capital, and the physical capital to trade for another day. Because a lot of us, we just take it 1 trade at a time, and it's not a good way to think. You have to think of it as a sample or a series of trades. On a trade by trade basis, you're not going to know the outcome of each trade, but over a sample of trades, if you're taking a specific setup and you're disciplined, you could expect that over a large sample of trades, you will be in the green. All right, well, that's enough talking. Hope you guys have a good weekend. It's a long weekend, so enjoy it, get some rest, try to recoup, and we'll get back at it on Tuesday. See ya.